Hello, how are you? I welcome you to your community, Purple Feather Tarot. I truly hope that you're doing very well at this moment, and I also hope that, in this tarot reading, you find the answers you're looking for. Today, we're going to go straight into your reading, so let's prepare your tarot deck. As always, I remind you that in this reading we will be looking at your energies, the energies of your person, the energies of the universe, and we will also see what your current energies are and everything that is coming into your life. Alright then, your cards are completely ready. Let's cut this deck and draw your first card. With the first card, we are going to look at the energies from the universe, and we'll see what surprise is coming into your life. You have this card of the moon. In this particular case, I really like the energy of the moon, because I feel that a lot of inspiring energy is coming into your life, along with a great deal of emotional energy. This tells me that if you have a special connection with your person at this moment, you will be sharing more private and intimate moments. Perhaps what is coming here is the declaration of a love that has been 100% hidden, because the moon always represents that, things that are assumed or felt, but not directly spoken. So what I feel is that many emotions that have been repressed are beginning to surface. The moon card can also represent a moment of creativity, a moment of inspiration. You may receive an idea, a message from the universe, you may receive a prophecy. Of course, this card always speaks of those intuitive messages that you tend to receive late at night, or when you are resting or sleeping. The moon card can also indicate that your home is going to become, so to speak, your cave or refuge. You may feel the need to disconnect from certain energies or from certain people. This card may also suggest a bit of heightened sensitivity, which could lead you to spend more time with yourself. Alright, let's continue then with your reading. Now we are going to take a look at your energy, your emotions, with this card. You have the Ace of Pentacles. I feel that the Ace of Pentacles appears in your reading when you are ready to take the first step towards something quite big, toward great wealth, toward a great fortune. This tells me that the universe is going to give you a push forward. I feel that if, at this moment, you want to create a project, if you have an idea in mind, if you have a project you're thinking about, the universe is going to make something easier for you. This tells me that what is coming into your life arrives directly from the hand of God. This card can also mean that the universe, that God, the cosmos, or the divine, has been listening to a request of yours. It has been listening to a prayer, and suddenly, a deeply longed-for wish is granted, especially if we are talking about the material plane. This card can also represent, in some cases, an increase in your income. Here, you are going to do something for the first time, such as a new job, a new professional relationship. Perhaps the Ace of Pentacles in this case means that someone has a proposal saved for you, especially if we are talking about a Capricorn or a Taurus. In any case, I feel that your reading is telling you that you are completely ready to shine. Alright, let's continue with your reading. We're going to look at this card, the Empress, to see what kind of surprise is coming into your life. And with the Empress card, of course, the surprise that's coming into your life is a great harvest. I really like this card for you because what it tells you is that the energy of spring is entering your life. Spring is coming. A stage of deep gestation is coming, in quotation marks, a time of great inner development. You may be nurturing something from a professional point of view, a new project. You'll be nurturing ideas, nurturing energies. I feel that here, you have a great power to maximize or grow something from its smallest form until it becomes something quite big. The Empress card is also telling me that you are going to take care of something you will acquire. It could be a small animal, a plant. You are going to make sure that something is 100% protected so that it can grow to its fullest expression. This card is also advising you right now to take care of yourself, to protect yourself from external energies. Because of course, the Empress can also mean that someone is noticing your glow, someone is noticing your energy. I feel that, of course, you have admirers and supporters at this moment, but I also feel that someone is feeling envious, especially if we are talking about a Pisces or perhaps someone with Gemini energy. Alright, let's continue with your reading. We're going to draw another tarot card and look at what type of energy is beginning to close in your life, what kind of cycle is starting to come to an end. You have the Nine of Swords. This card is actually quite positive, because what it's telling you is that a cycle of worry, a cycle of stress, is finally coming to an end. A cycle of lack is closing, and this card places you in a position of great power. Perhaps you've been overcoming a difficult time, overcoming a breakup, overcoming a period when you didn't have an abundance of material resources. But this card is emphasizing that things are about to change. A job opportunity is arriving, or a piece of news is coming that will truly impact your life. The positive side here is that when this cycle finally ends, a completely opposite cycle to the energy of the Nine of Swords begins. That means you will be sleeping much better, living a calmer life. I feel that worries are starting to drift away. This tells me that you'll be dancing with energy, enjoying life as it comes. I feel there are many reasons on the way to raise a glass, many reasons to celebrate. So your reading is telling you to expect the unexpected. Alright, let's continue with your reading. Let's draw another card from your tarot deck, and let's see if some kind of special event is coming, some kind of victory or the achievement of a goal. Let's focus with this card on the things you are currently manifesting in your life. You have the Ace of Swords. This card is definitely quite powerful, because what it's telling you is that an excellent confirmation is coming your way. I feel that this card might be connected to the Nine of Swords. You may have been feeling worried, concerned that perhaps something wouldn't work out. But this card strongly emphasizes that the truth will come to light. A piece of excellent news is arriving, a powerful confirmation. More specifically, I'm being told that this is very closely tied to your professional or work life. A job interview is being confirmed. In some particular cases, this means that you are going to write a letter or an email, and you're going to receive a response much sooner than you were expecting. The Ace of Swords can also mean that you are going to receive a positive legal confirmation from an office, whether it's a private office or a government one. An approval is approaching. A verification is on the way. I feel that someone is reviewing some papers, some documents that you submitted recently, and I'm being told that the response is going to be 100% positive. This card indicates that someone is signing an approval on your behalf. Someone is approving a loan. Someone is approving a mortgage. And finally, this news arrives, and it will bring you immense happiness. Alright, let's continue with your reading. We're going to draw another card and see, with this additional card, what is coming from the perspective of money. You have the Four of Swords. This card is quite positive from a financial point of view, because I feel it shows up in your reading when you're not going to have financial worries, when things begin to flow smoothly. In fact, I feel that you're going to be sleeping much better, because a financial concern will finally vanish, will finally be eradicated from your life. A worry that had been making you feel uneasy will be gone. This card always predicts the end of a cycle, the end of a cycle that brought significant worry. And here, I feel that you are connecting with the universe, and the universe is going to give you an answer about, for example, which day or when to apply for a job interview. This card may also indicate that you will soon receive a romantic confirmation. I feel that someone with Aquarius energy is going to reach out to you, or possibly a Gemini. In this state, you're going to feel calm and at peace. And here, I sense two main possibilities. Either you will feel calm because this person gives you a confirmation you've been waiting for, or this person, someone you had been expecting, simply reappears. Or perhaps, at this moment, you've already stopped worrying and don't even care anymore whether someone shows up in your life or not. In any of these cases, I definitely feel that you are entering a position of strong balance and power, one that will allow you to find your center and live peacefully. Alright, let's continue with your reading. We're going to draw another card from your tarot deck and take a look at what kind of movement is coming into your life, what kind of action. Will you be staying where you are, or is there some kind of trip or journey on the horizon? You have the Five of Swords. At times, I feel that you are distancing yourself, you're making a move to step away from a particular person. This card can suggest some kind of movement by water, so I can see a boat trip, or that you may be heading somewhere near water. It could be the beach, a river, or a lake. Or perhaps you are going to cross an ocean because you want to separate yourself from a harmful energy. Here, I feel that the movements you're making are being done in order to close cycles. You've grown tired of a person's energy. You've grown tired of someone's attitude. And I feel that sometimes the wisest thing to do is simply say, enough, and walk away. The Five of Swords always represents someone who is not ready for you. I don't want to go into all the details of why this person isn't ready for you, but the signs are obvious. That's what this reading is telling me, the lies are obvious, or maybe the person's behavior is sending you very clear signs that things are not going to work out. So I feel that, essentially, you are paying attention to the signs. You're listening to the signals that someone is giving you, and you are ultimately choosing not to build any kind of long-term relationship, or simply walking away from a person, a relationship, or a place that is 100% toxic. Alright, let's continue with your reading. Let's take a look with this card at what kind of news is coming into your life. You have the Strength card. I feel that this reading is speaking to you about certain confirmations or pieces of news that are coming into your life to give you a great deal of empowerment. The Strength card means that, recently, you took a risk, you did something brave, something that pulled you out of your comfort zone. And now, all of a sudden, the reward for stepping outside your comfort zone is coming. The Strength card always tells me that you're vibrating, that you're moving at a high frequency. This card always indicates that it's time to face your own fears, because perhaps right now you're facing a decision. You may have to choose between two paths, between two options. You may have to choose between two people. It could also be a choice between the past and the future. This card always gives the advice to follow what makes you stronger, to make the choice that boosts your self-esteem, that increases the respect you have for yourself. This card invites you to place yourself in a position of power, especially if someone else isn't doing that for you at the moment. Because according to this card, the most important thing is what you think about yourself, not what others may think of you. Alright, let's continue with your reading. With your next card, we are going to explore the energies of love. Let's take a look with this card at what is coming into your life, what your present energies are. We'll start with your present, and then we'll take a look at the energies that are coming, the energies of your future. You have the Tower card. At this moment, you are in a process of reconstruction. You are rebuilding your dreams, you are rebuilding your ideals. Although the Tower can sometimes represent a bit of confusion or chaos, this card always signifies a great deal of potential. Because perhaps you came to realize the truth, perhaps you realized that someone was not on your level. And now, you can truly redirect your life and your focus toward the people and things that actually make you stronger. I feel that what the Tower card is telling you is that what has already fallen, has fallen, because it wasn't strong, because it wasn't built on solid foundations, or simply because it wasn't meant to be part of your destiny. In some cases, this may mean that the universe removed something from your life, took something away. And maybe, in a way, that was actually a good thing, because now it allows you to focus on what's truly important to you. The Tower card is intense, it's powerful, but it also reminds you that you are the architect of your own destiny. And now, what you need to do is build solid foundations, in order to create the happiness that you truly deserve, the happiness that you lost due to a situation or a person from your recent past. Alright, let's continue with your reading. Let's take a look with this card at what kind of energy is coming into your life regarding love. You have the Eight of Pentacles. This card is closely connected to the energy of the Tower, because the only way to rebuild something that no longer works is through effort and dedication. With the Eight of Pentacles, I see that work is coming, this could be professional work. You will have an excellent opportunity and will be focusing on monetary and economic aspects. But in some cases, this card can also mean that you are focusing on building something meaningful with your person. You have someone excellent by your side, someone who cares for you, someone who loves you. And you are giving absolutely everything to create a deep and meaningful relationship. I sense here a strong energy of mutual effort and reciprocity. Although the Tower card may have represented the end of a relationship for some, the Eight of Pentacles now signifies that many people in the collective energy are working hard to build a much more stable relationship. So perhaps that is your case, you are someone with a very golden energy. That is the essence of the Eight of Pentacles, an energy of brilliance, vigor, strength, and conviction. So maybe you are 100% lucky, because you have a truly wonderful person by your side, and you are giving it your all to make this relationship work completely. And I feel your person is either already doing the same or will be doing the same very soon. I'm being told to let you know that, in this case, there is compatibility with all signs, but especially with Capricorn and also Taurus. Alright, let's continue with your reading. Let's draw another card from your tarot deck and take a look at what your person is thinking about you at this moment. We have the Seven of Swords. The thing is, the Seven of Swords always shows up when someone hasn't fully closed a cycle from the past. In this case, I feel that your person is afraid of losing, afraid of investing too much in the relationship, because there's still an unresolved episode they haven't fully healed from. So perhaps you're dealing with someone who doesn't show their feelings 100%. Maybe you've noticed a certain coldness, a sense of emotional distance. And this card can represent someone who is afraid of losing, afraid of giving everything. Look at how the figure in the Seven of Swords walks on tiptoes, trying not to be noticed. That's what I feel is happening with this person. They are moving cautiously, quietly, as if they're afraid to reveal too much. Maybe they show a little, and then suddenly pull away. Perhaps they disappear for a few days out of fear. So someone here needs to overcome the fear of loss, or a fear rooted in past trauma. I'm being told to let you know that this message could apply to any zodiac sign, but especially to Aquarius and also to Libra. Alright, let's continue with your reading. Let's draw another card from your tarot deck and see, with this card, who wants to talk to you at this moment. You have the Seven of Pentacles. Right now, there is someone whose life isn't the same without you. Things aren't working. There are no results, no joy, no pleasure. Life, for this person, has lost its sweetness, the honey is gone, so to speak. This person isn't enjoying their life because you were the sweetness in the relationship. You were the one who truly made the relationship grow. So what I'm seeing here is that someone, and it could be from any zodiac sign, but especially Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, wants to talk to you because they miss how things used to be. I don't necessarily see a reconciliation, but I do see that someone truly misses your energy. Maybe they miss the fact that between the two of you, there was great chemistry, a powerful synergy. Together, you created something beautiful and special. And look, this card always represents a kind of disappointment, or a sadness about how the joy is no longer there. Someone is feeling nostalgic, full of melancholy, simply because they can't seem to find the formula to live a life as full of happiness as the one they had with you. Alright, let's continue with your reading. We're going to draw another additional card and see, with this card, what kind of advice your reading has for you regarding love and spirituality. You have the Queen of Wands. I feel that, right now, you are standing strong, you are moving forward. Perhaps you are inspiring some people. Others are watching you and noticing your transformation. This card is bringing me a very specific channeled message, and I'm being told to let you know that someone is afraid, someone fears you. And I feel that this means your new version of yourself is causing a great deal of fear or even regret in someone. Perhaps a person with Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo energy underestimated you. And now, with this Queen of Wands energy, I definitely feel that you are in your best version, or well on your way to becoming your best self. You're becoming a more independent person, someone who enjoys life much more, and that, according to your reading, is terrifying someone. Someone is absolutely afraid of your evolution, because supposedly, this growth may be triggering resentment, it may even be triggering jealousy. I'm being told to repeat it clearly, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. Alright then, this is your tarot reading for today. Thank you so much, as always, for being here with me, uncovering all the mysteries within the cards. For today, we'll be closing your reading. As always, I invite you, if you enjoy these readings, you can subscribe to this channel. And it especially helps if you become a member by purchasing a membership. On the channel's page, you'll find all the information about how to pay for a membership, so if you feel called to do so, you are more than welcome. For today, we bring your reading to a close. I wish you an excellent day, full of fortune, full of blessings. And as always, we'll surely be seeing each other in your next reading.